Hey, Jury family, happy Sunday. I hope everyone is having an outstanding weekend. Just wanted to come to you guys with some more updates on the Shanquella Robinson case. A lot has unfolded over the weekend, and most recently, Nancy Grace has spoke out about the case. Nancy Grace is currently a legal analyst, but she is a former prosecutor. She actually was a prosecutor in Fulton County, the same county where I was a prosecutor. She served as a prosecutor and then she became known as very heavy handed for crimes against children specifically. So she weighed in on this case, and her declaration as the Cabo Six scope of actions and degree of criminality is in the range of premeditated. In the United States, whenever a deletion is premeditated, we call that first degree. If you planned this, plotted it, executed the plan, that is first degree. So Nancy Grace says, based on her assessment of not the fight, but the ambush and attack, and how they did everything, the humiliation, the recording, the subsequent actions thereafter, it is her legal opinion that this is premeditated. So let's get into Nancy Grace's take on it because I want you guys to tap in to see what she has to say. And I got this from Gigi at Gossip Girl XOXO, who is the bum. So please follow her, y'all.
Girl getting killed, they then lie about her cause of death to her
And
mother.
hold on, Jury family, I want to start it
They
over from
lied
the
about
beginning.
it. Now, is lying a felony? No, it is not.
Just because I wasn't sure if that first little intro, and I want to make sure we have everything.
And video this girl getting killed, they then lie about her cause of death to her mother. They lied about it. Now, is lying a felony? No, it is not. But doesn't it suggest to you, Gary, that they lied for a nefarious reason, and that reason being to cover up their involvement in her death?
Yes, absolutely. It very much appears that the stories being told to the family from the very get-go were not true. And it does raise the question of whether this was a pre-planned attack, whether it was organized not only by the person who committed it physically, but those around the room. And it's a sad day for the family, but it's also going to be a very, very sad day for these people because they are going to be implicated. They are going to be at minimum be witnesses in a potential criminal trial.
You got that right, Davidson. They're not just witnesses. And what you said really hits the nail on the head, Gary Davidson. Now I know why you're a high-profile lawyer specializing in international law. This was pre-planned.
Nancy, could I speak to that? Because I agree.
I mean, the woman is asleep in bed, and they come in with a video camera with Muhammad Ali over there in the corner ready to fight. They have this thing planned. They don't have to come over from North Carolina to San Jose del Cabo. If they planned it in the living room and went in there, this is a premeditated attack, just the way Gary Davidson is describing it.
I agree it's premeditated. And Nancy, what's going to be interesting is to look at their texts that they sent each other, emails, other forms of electronic communication as they were planning this trip, as they were on the plane, as they were arriving at this resort. You can premeditate something at an unconscious as well as a conscious level.
Okay, Dr. Bethany, I admire you greatly. But I'm talking about evidence that can come into court. What they were thinking about in the bathroom on the plane does not matter to me. What matters to me is what I can prove. But you're exactly right. I would look at every single text, email, communication between these people to find out if they wanted to gang up on her from the get-go when they all left to go to Mexico. And that's where you come in, Robert Crispin, about how we're going to get
And Nancy, the video?
Yes?
The video is another form of aggression. It didn't start just before the trip or on the plane or your electronic communication. Someone videotaped that and then put it on the internet. You know why they put it on the internet? They wanted to further humiliate
showing her without her clothes on being attacked. I want you to hear in our cut 10, our friends at WSOC, our cut 10, please, Jackie.
Salamandra says she came across this video. Salamandra identified the people in the video as Shanquella and her Cabo travel partners. You can hear someone in the video ask if Quella could at least fight back.
There was no fight. They attacked her. It was never a fight. She didn't fight. They attacked her.
Now, Salamandra says she has more questions than answers. She wants justice for her daughter.
She was a good child and had a great heart. And she did not deserve to be treated like that.
I keep looking at this video and imagining my little girl being attacked and beaten dead like that. Where did you find this video, Miss Robinson?
Online. Someone sent the video to us online.
Someone sent it to you?
Yes. When the video probably was, I believe the video was out before Shanquella actually had died, because someone called me and told me before they even arrived back to Charlotte from North Carolina that they was over there fighting her. So I didn't know how true it was. So after she got back, they got back, Shanquella had passed. The video had surfaced on Facebook, and someone sent it to my family. It started coming out. The video started coming out.
That is a really big deal. Alexis Tereshchuk joining me, crimeonline.com investigative reporter. Alexis, is that correct? And I'm going to follow up with you, Crispin, about how I can prove it's correct. I can't just blurt it out it's correct without knowing. Alexis, is it possible these girlfriends post the video of Quella completely naked being beaten to her death in the bedroom before she's even pronounced dead?
Yes, and that's what the timestamps and the information that has shown up on different websites where the video has been seen shows that it was almost like it was not a live broadcast, but really in real time happening. It didn't show up weeks later. It showed up almost immediately.
How can I prove that, Robert Crispin?
So this is one of the reasons that the FBI is involved now, because they have a unit called the extraterritorial unit for crimes when you get a request from foreign governments to help them investigate cases
Yes.
for crimes against U.S. citizens, which I'm sure you're very well aware of that. How we're going to prove this? Social media, it's all digital. And through subpoenas, we're going to get IP addresses. We're going to get who owns the phone that sent that. We're going to get the accounts. We're going to get everything. And it's just going to slowly start to unwind on one, who owned the phone that shot that video, who posted that. And this case with that video is just probably the most key piece of evidence that any investigator wishes they had on so many other crimes. It's people just don't think. And social media has cleared so many crimes because people don't think and they want to brag.
Not only that, the lying. Gary Davidson, haven't you seen the trial? You got the crime, but then you have the cover-up. And the cover-up can prove the crime. And the cover-up will infuriate a jury. Agree or disagree?
Agreed, and I also think it's likely in a case such as this where you have so many people who are present that at least one of them is going to come forward under direct questioning from investigators and gain immunity.
So, jury family, there we have it. Nancy Grace providing her legal analytic framework to the analysis and dialogue on Shanquella Robinson, which is very needed. We need mainstream people and mainstream media to give us more official reports so that us as content creators can make sure we are giving everyone else all the reports that are as accurate as possible, because so many people are, very, very emotionally invested in this case. So Nancy Grace said what we opined here on Court Chronicles Day One, that they plan to subpoena the cell phone records and extrapolate data from all of the Cabo 6 cell phones. And when they extrapolate the data, they will be able to put together the precise pieces of the premeditated scheme and plot against Shanquella based in greed, jealousy, envy, and so many more nefarious reasons. So, with them pulling the cell phone records, this will be able to timestamp, particularly when the premeditation, when the plot happened. But also, guys, this may very well implicate other people if the Cabo Six called upon friends and other individuals, entities, or any type of liaison to assist with planning, colluding, and participating in the conspiracy to cover up the deletion of Shanquella Robinson. So the cell phone records will be the Pandora's box that will be explosive and would likely give Della Rosa the juice. I mean, the unmitigated juice, baby, to slang out 5 more warrants because we know that there's currently 1 warrant pending, and he has sought the assistance of Interpol to effectuate the warrant. And Interpol is the middleman that facilitates. They help with the pass off, the paperwork, the administrative part. The police in the local area would have to effectuate the arrest. So at this point, we know we have 1 warrant. We are hoping that the subpoenas will, and I'm optimistic and pretty certain as a former prosecutor and attorney, that the subpoenas for the cell phone records will definitely open Della Rosa's floodgates of warrants for the other parties in the Cabo Six. And it will precisely allow the prosecutors to piece together who played what role in this entire criminality scheme that turned fatal when they attacked and ambushed their friend who paid for their trip in Cabo, Mexico. So Nancy Grace has given her take. I wanted to make sure to bring you guys this insight as we continue to cover the case to let you know that it's getting attention and the officials have given us insight as to their legal strategy moving forward. And it looks like this is going to be a case centered around building the metadata. This will be a case where metadata basically will be the golden ticket. Essentially, Cabo Six snitched on themselves by releasing that video. And that video will be a stream, just tons and tons and tons of just pathways to other evidentiary clues to who did what within the scope of the criminality, who was participatory in the deletion, the fight, who played what role in all the cover-ups, because they'll be able to look at who did they call, who did they text, but also with metadata, guys, they will be able to look at what they Googled, what they researched online during those moments of panic when Shanquella was unclothed and laying on the floor, passing away while her friends were scheming on how to get away with a cover up and how to get away with murder. So guys, that's all I have. More updates to come. I hope everyone's having a phenomenal weekend. Please let me know what you think will happen once they get the Cabo Six subpoenas for all the cell phones. Do you think that will give rise to subpoenas for all 6 or not really? Please let me know what you think. Thank y'all so much, y'all. Kourt Chronicles, please hit the like, join, and subscribe button where we share legal updates, legal tea, and information going on around the globe with various cases that are very important. Love y'all, Kourt Chronicles family. Hope you're having a beautiful weekend.